I like to kind of try and hold space for myself, especially now that I've moved and I've got that kind of space to reflect and chill. Now, in the past, like when I was doing my acting and filmmaking, like whenever I'd have free time, like I'd even book time off from work so I could go and work on films. So yeah, I think we need to kind of learn that it's okay to slow down, it's okay to self-reflect. You can hear my washing machine going haywire in the background. Like when I say self-reflection, I do actually mean getting to that point where you just sat with yourself, sat with your thoughts. I hope everyone manages to take time out to do that. It can get exhausting when you're trying to kind of be there for everyone else. And when you're doing that, I think that's a form of distraction from yourself, when you're trying to be everything and anything to everyone and anyone. Yeah, I think that's it. If anyone has anything that they want to kind of like talk about, or like things that are kind of getting to them, drop a comment, because it's that thing of expressing. I don't think we know how to express what we're feeling. But yeah, I think it's that thing of self-reflection, so we can learn to kind of identify what feelings we're feeling. And when you are kind of like aware of what a certain feeling is or an emotion, you can kind of recognize the signs and things, and then you have that kind of patience to kind of understand what you're feeling when you're triggered. Whether it be happiness or like anger or fear, or I can't remember all the other emotions. I think there's like 7 or 8 of them or something, core emotions. But yeah, when you're able to identify that, that's when you're able to identify that in other people, and that's where that level of compassion comes in, and that's where that level of empathy comes in, and that's where that level of like acceptance and detachment, because we're not attached to an expectation. So yeah, self-reflection is key. You don't need to do anything really but for like self-preservation and happiness. I mean, if you went around asking like 100 people what they want out of life, you gave them the option of like happiness and sadness, how many people would choose sadness over happiness? Everyone is striving for that kind of sense of happiness, and it's figuring out what that looks like for you as an individual. And yeah, I mean, it can change. Happiness is kind of like found in different things, and sometimes you won't find happiness in the things that you once found it in, because we're changing and growing as people. And I mean, you can see it in people. Like, they don't have compassion for people because they haven't got compassion for themselves. They haven't got that level of self-respect. Change and our wants and our lives, they all start with us. I can't live anyone else's life. I can't wave a magic wand and kind of wish people's troubles and things away, even though I'd love to. My opinion means nothing. I'm no one at the end of the day. I'm another person on this planet, and one day I won't be. I think the world would be a completely different place if we learned like self-reflection. I don't know, there's so much I'd love for schools to actually teach. I really think if we were taught from a young age that it's okay not to achieve, that need for achieve. And I also think if we were taught what compassion looks like, and I'm sure there are like certain teachers out there that do kind of teach things of value. When I was in school, I often got put in detention because I'd ask, what is the point of this thing? I was very cynical. I was a very cynical child. Yeah, I think take time out to have compassion for yourself. And I mean, I'm saying this and maybe people don't know how to have that level of like compassion for themselves. And it's that thing of like almost being your own parent and knowing like you're doing your best, not kind of berating yourself if you haven't achieved something or something didn't go a certain way, where that's kind of where that level of expectation comes in. So it's that thing of reminding yourself that things might not go your way. If you feel it might help you, sit with yourself or even stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself. point out things that you do like about yourself, whether that be physical, whether that be a trait, whether it be something that you've done that you feel like that sense of achievement attached to it. But yeah, it's okay to like yourself. I don't know if people know that. And this is kind of what I wish would be taught as well, that it's okay to be you. And I keep going back to this whole like transgender discussion and things. And I think, yes, there are some people that do really feel like they were born in the wrong body and things, but I think a vast majority of those people that choose to be transgender and transition and things, it's because they're not happy in themselves. So immediately there's that kind of fragmentation, I guess, of self, and they're hoping almost that the grass is greener on the other side, but that's kind of like going on with a crack in a jar or something and just kind of ignoring it, hoping the water's still in there. Like by the time you actually get to where you're getting to, there's no water left in the jar. I don't know where that came from, but there you go. Yeah, I think it's that thing of like realising that it's okay to be you. But when it comes to wanting to change your gender and things, I think it's that thing of not being happy and hoping you find happiness somewhere else. Happiness only ever comes from you as a person. But that was another thing I thought one of the days this week. I think when we have a level of detachment, that's really when we're in the now, and there's so much like power and like joy to be found in the now, because when we're attached, that means we're attached for sentimental reasons, either past or future expectations. So yeah, I don't know, I feel a bit not necessarily melancholic, just quiet. I feel a bit quiet. And I think that's something that we need to kind of get comfortable again with, that silence and quietness and stillness. I think that's probably what it is, the crux. So yeah, a bit of a weird video, but hopefully, yeah, try and find things that you like about yourself and really like know that you're doing your best. That's your friendly reminder. I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. I've got some work to do on my store. If you would like to support me, I'd appreciate that. There you go. And that's it. If you enjoyed that video, do subscribe, guys, girls, and non-binds. Until next time, yeah, have a good whatever, whenever you're watching this. I was going to do Shakira. Stay awesome, stay classy, be kind, and bye. Ability. Things and things. Things and things. I don't know, I'm going to keep rambling on and see if there's anything of value. The feng shui. Maybe the feng shui's off. I don't know what I'm talking about. Self-compassion and success.